All right, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of Echo Base X-Wing Mission Debriefing. I'm Walker Darko. Along with me is Jake Ream
Hey everybody.
and Kevin Leintz. Our matchup tonight is former world's runner-up and third Foss twin Morgan Reid, taking on multi-store champ world's top 16 and 16, top 8 and 17. Pretty much you name it, he's placed in it or almost won it. Marcel Manzano, if I said that right. So probably two top tier competitors.
Also known as the Jumpmaster 5000.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's very true. Also, if you saw him around Halloween for some reason, he was wearing a big blonde wig. No one knows about that. We just move on.
I think him and
Looked so
Dion
natural.
had something going on there. Don't know. We should maybe skip over that.
But yeah, I mean, that's seriously, we have two really high level players tonight.
Kevin, you want to go over the list quick?
Sure. On the right corner, Marcel's using Quick Draw at Initiative 6 with Elusive, Advanced Sensors, Special Forces Gunner, and Shield Upgrade. Midnight, which is Omega Leader with Juke. And Null, which is the if you don't touch me, I get to be at Initiative 7 with Squad Leader, and Scorch, which is basically High Roller, the one that takes a stress to roll an extra dice with Crack Shot. And Morgan is running the pretty standard-ish. I mean, there's some small variances, but the Fen Boba Escapecraft. Fen is Predator. The correct decision. That's right, Travis Johnson. The correct decision is Predator. Boba Fett with no talent. Strange. Proton Bombs, Leet, Crew, Marauder, Title, and Han Solo Gunner. And then the Outer Rim Pioneer, which is the one that lets you shoot on rocks, which is kind of weird. And Tactical Officer, which is pretty standard, and he's bidding 8 points. So those are the two lists. I actually have a quick question. Maybe one of you guys know. Can Midnight work with Juke? Because it says when you defend or perform an attack, if you have a lock on the enemy ship, the ship's dice cannot be modified. That counts you modifying their dice too, that you can't do, right?
But that's only the ones you have locked. So this is, I guess, probably backup in case you don't have them locked.
But isn't the whole point to shoot at what you have locked?
Yeah, but also when you defend.
Sure. Okay. We'll see how it plans out.
But
Yeah,
also,
but I was just curious on that.
Yeah, one Outer Rim Pioneer can shoot on rocks, but also lets friendly ships at 0-1 shoot on rocks too. So,
but let's be real, if Fenrau is on a rock, that's probably not good.
We'll get Boba on a rock. He can shoot. He can drop a proton, close up some lanes.
Kind of strange. I wonder if he just did it for the initiative, so he didn't have a Leet because, or no, you know what it is he's using Leet as the crew, so he couldn't take Leet as the lowest pilot skill one, and he didn't want to pay the premium for Lando. That's more or less, I'm guessing, what it was. Okay, makes sense then.
So just a couple of things to note. We are having a little bit of stream issue tonight. Seems like our frames per second's a little bit low, so if you guys do notice some video quality loss there, that's why. Not quite sure what the technical difficulty is. I've been trying to work through it, but just a heads up. Other than that, I think we're good to start in. I've got the game state set to where they've all got their ships placed, rocks are placed, and they're just about to begin first turn.
So it's pretty obvious which ships of Morgan's are which ships, but just do a quick. I mean, if you can't quite make it out, we've got Null on top.
So he's got Midnight is all the way at the bottom. Scorch above that. And then the last one there is Quick Draw.
All right, so initial reactions. It'll be interesting. Do we think anybody has an edge just based on lists?
I like Morgan's list a lot better.
Yeah.
Do you think his do you think the proton bomb comes up?
No, I don't think it does.
But I mean, that isn't really that good a threat because you don't want to get behind Boba anyway. Boba gets a free reroll out the back.
I mean, there's a slight danger actually if it does come into effect with quick draw. He could get a shot before any actions could be taken. So like if you sloop out of range and then shoot, I mean, you'd have to plan it, but there's a possibility that could happen. I mean, technically, Marcel's moving last and has a lot. I mean, he has 3 ships technically that are at 6 or higher, so that move last. So that might come into play. But I think just the efficiency and the overall power of, I should say, and capabilities. There's a lot of flexibility on Morgan's end. I think that's going to play the biggest difference, but it's all going to come down to the engagement as it normally would.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Morgan with Boba Fett has got some passive mods there that is really going to help him.
I'll be interested to see when he decides to flip L3.
I'll be interested to see how he plays Fen, because I've recently been discovering that the Fangs without Mind Link have to play quite differently if they're not near someone who can coordinate them. So I'm interested to see how Morgan plays Fen, and it looks like based on this setup that Fen is not going to be near the coordinate platform, so I'm curious to see how he plays it.
Yeah, hopefully they don't just gel straight across and Fen just gets eaten alive.
Yeah, that'd be bad. All right, well, we can get this started.
Okay, all right. I will start clicking through the log here then.
Yeah, I'm curious if Fen just does a hard 1 and barrel rolls back towards the top of the board, or if he actually like does like a 2 forward and commits in. I'm gonna guess that he's gonna head up toward the rest of the crew, and Boba's gonna launch forward on the outside.
So you're thinking Boba's going to try to stay over the top of everything and come around, or
I think so.
Because I mean, I don't know. With TIE fighters, I always want to pull them into the rocks if I can.
Yeah, I think he's gonna 4 forward boost turn 1, or 4 forward turn 1, and then I think Fen's gonna kind of maybe wait for him to come in the rocks. We'll see. I'm curious to see what he does. Because this is a really tight rock formation. Even though Boba likes rocks, his flexibility is a lot less with this setup.
Well, at least that Pioneer.
The Pioneer will help.
Right.
Yes. Actually, will help probably quite a bit. But it is a lot harder to maneuver because it looks like 4 of those rocks are range 1 or just above range 1 for distance.
But that medium base is just so sexy.
It sure is good.
It does. I mean, especially when I've noticed when it's a small base ship like a K-wing that went up to the medium base, you struggle because it's not as flexible as you're used to. But when it goes from a large base to the medium base, you're just like, huh, everything fits.
Yeah.
Well, I think I figured out what it was with the K-wing and the medium base. I think it's the fact that you have to slam, and most of your maneuvers are a 2-speed, whereas most of the medium base ships can boost or barrel roll, and the K-wing can't. I think that's where the big difference comes in. At least from what I've noticed. Which makes sense. The K-wing shouldn't be as flexible as a lot of the other ships.
Well, it's not getting free regen and triple shot and
right. I more meant nonsense. From a mobility standpoint. It's
right.
It's a little bit harder to move because slam is more cumbersome than a booster barrel roll can be.
Yeah.
Sure.
So the Pioneer there, we've got a 3 forward coming out of the gate.
Okay.
And you think the Pioneer's probably going to be just stapled to Boba Fett's side as long as he can.
Yeah. And what we see there is he actually coordinated a boost to Boba Fett to start out with.
Sure.
Okay.
Makes sense. I still think he's gonna 4 forward.
Yep. And then we've got Scorch doing 4 forward there, taking a focus.
Okay.
Back to Boba Fett.
Yep. And Boba goes 4 forward.
No way. It's like I guessed it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you said 4 forward and a boost.
yeah.
Which I was
4
correct.
forward.
Just didn't have the order correct.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Fen hard 1 towards the top.
And boost.
And a
Okay.
boost, yep.
So Fen is gonna try to hold the middle of the board.
Yeah.
Okay, I like what he's doing.
It's a good position.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I was like, "There's no way Fen's just gonna go 2 forward or just kind of mosey on into those 3 ships. No way."
Yeah, no.
No, yeah, you're not going to eat that.
And it's a good position for him too, that he can, wait out this turn, see where the rest of Marcel's ships are going, and then decide, if Fen needs to boogie out or if he can turn in and start throwing some dice.
Did he take a focus action with Fen?
I don't see a token.
Well, they have a little thing where you can do a focus icon in like the top left corner, which I think I see, but I'm not 100%
It looks
sure.
like he just didn't do anything.
Okay. Well, that makes sense
no.
because he boosted.
He boosted,
Yep,
right?
yep.
So that's his action. This is 2nd edition. The Fangs don't get all the actions anymore.
For free.
Yeah, they just
Why
don't get
not?
everything.
Yeah, when you run them with Manaroo.
Right. And
Okay, so we're on turn 2 of movement.
no, we've still got Marcel's
no.
ships. So midnight,
That's right, he's
they're
finished.
just
Yeah,
dips
Null hasn't moved yet.
5 forward, and then a 1 bank out of quick draw.
And how many Initiative 7 ships do we have besides Null?
No.
Dash.
Well,
Dash with Rourke.
yeah.
So
Dash
2,
with Han and Rourke.
kind of. Well, yeah. I think that's it. That's
I
all.
mean,
this-
and Null's just fine until Null takes.
Wait. A Force user could technically become 7 if they really wanted to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
no.
Well, they could engage at 7. They don't get to move at 7, right?
Correct.
And let's see. He repositioned Null there. Maybe that was an accident. He might have.
Yeah, my experience with Vassal, sometimes when you click on a ship, you accidentally move it.
Yep, and it looks like that's what happened. So, and he
Yeah.
reveals 2 turn away. So
Hmm.
it looks like Marcel's okay with letting Morgan take that top of the board.
Yeah, Null can just turn back in next turn and be right back in it.
Yep.
But we're going to the rocks then.
Okay. So
And a barrel roll.
And barrel
out.
back.
Yep.
So 1 hard null next turn. It's kind of a do the 2 FOs on the bottom turn straight up with like a hard 2? Or do they continue on and try to keep Fen honest? I'm curious to see what they do.
Just another note on the stream there, or on the game, in the upper right corner, they're using a stress token to denote the turn. So I know that was something we didn't
even
know
notice
last
that.
time. Yeah.
But we're going to what, 19 we said is the term limit in Vassal
I believe so.
this
I believe
tournament?
that's-
So
yeah.
tough to do time limits, but 19 will be good.
Okay.
All right, so they started doing their little dance.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna have shots fired round 2.
So you think is Fen turning in, Boba banking in, maybe after a boost, or coming straight in after getting coordinated a boost?
So I want to say Boba's going to be slow this turn to try to minimize the number of ships that can engage him, and then next turn launch into range 1. Because if he goes too fast, I mean, unless he goes like a pre-boost 3 bank focus, but even then he's not going to get the range 1 that he wants.
Mm-hmm.
I think Fen just does a 2 hard, or I think a 2 hard, because I think he just wants that channel between the debris and the rock in the middle of the board.
Yep.
And I think my vessel spacing is not as good. be, I want to say a 2 hard would get him in that trajectory.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, Boba could pre-bank boost and then 4 forward, but I feel like he'd be better off if he just like banks in with a 1 and tries to hold back, and then next turn he's going to be range 1 of a lot of stuff.
And kind of wait. He's waiting until all of his ships can converge at the same time if he does that as well.
Yep. And I think that's what
your Pioneer has such a garbage dial. Like that Pioneer's going 2 forward this time or 1 forward.
Yeah, so if he's trying to keep
maybe
that stable,
1 banking in to try to stay between those two, but
is there I haven't played with that escape craft yet. What does it have for turns? Does it have like a 2
hard 2 red?
Oh,
yeah,
jeez.
It doesn't really turn well.
Okay.
It can stop.
Yeah.
Also doesn't do that very well, but yes, it can.
So we've kind of got an idea what we think Morgan is going to do. What about Marcel here? Bottom 2, that Scorch, and then who else was on the bottom there? Midnight. They turn up and try to take kind of that middle section in between the 2 debris.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of my best guess, unless he wants to play it a little safe and just kind of soft turn to kind of wait out Fen. He's going to slow roll a little bit. I don't know if either one of them is going to force the issue this turn.
Is Kevin speechless, or did his mic die?
No, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see what happens. Kind of talked about what I think is going to happen. I'm curious to see what Marcel does.
I mean, we kind of know Null's kind of set. I don't think Null's not going to do a 4K right now or something.
Looks like Marcel's just about done setting dials. All right. And 2 forward out of the Pioneer. Oh, coordinates
so he's
reinforce.
Reinforcing, which gives him stress. So we're probably going to see a 1 bank, I'm guessing, out of Boba. So he's going to try to maintain distance this turn. Okay.
But yeah, he'll want to do like a 1 bank to get that blue maneuver to clear it.
Yeah, and then he'll be on a straight shot towards most of the list. That makes sense.
Scorch does a 1 hard to the right there.
I'm guessing we're going to see a 2 hard out of Midnight then. This is kind of what Fen wants to see. He wants to see the commitment and the ability to just launch forward.
And Boba does a 1 bank to the right.
And he'll take a focus, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Was that a 2 hard?
2 hard from Fen, yep.
Yep, and that looks like it's the 5 forward that he wants.
Yeah, that puts him in a really good position there to just dive bomb in on this next turn. 3 hard out of Midnight there.
Sure, 2 hard, 3 hard, sure, whatever.
Yep.
Same thing.
And rolls out.
Okay. So he's thinking to 1 bank next turn. I don't know if it's hard to tell if a 1 bank clips that debris.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they don't even have a 1 bank.
No, they don't.
He's gonna have to hard 1. I don't get that barrel roll at all. Then.
Yeah, I mean he get a hard turn, but he doesn't have a shot then.
Yeah, his gun's off next turn. Unless he just wants to like keep him safe and hard turn left, but then if you hard turn again, like he's gonna not shoot. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'm surprised he did
was
that.
Gonna overcommit.
Well, he could respond. The barrel was after Fen has already gone.
That's true.
So, I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, that is a interesting barrel roll there, and unless he's trying to think that if he can play, not for maybe this next turn, but the turn after, where if he can bank away and then turn back in and he gets behind either Boba or Fen.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Well, it'll be interesting to see what he does,
Yeah.
but I can't help but question that decision.
And that could be part of the spatial game on Vassal. You can't quite see some of the moves as well, when you're used to playing on the tabletop and then you switch over to this digital format.
Sure. All right. Let's see. Quick draws, probably one forward.
Yep.
Yep.
And a roll out.
Yeah, and then a hard one.
Yep.
And then does he roll backwards too? Yeah.
Rolls away.
So he's gonna send quick draw in to stop Boba, or just get range one. Interesting. Okay.
We aren't gonna have very good shots this round.
I wonder if Scorch is gonna 5 forward here and try to stop Boba from being able to charge, or like
go for the
slow
bump
it down. Yeah.
But does
initiative
that move
4
him?
blocker.
The only problem.
Does that move
I
him
don't know. Yeah,
far
because
enough
he goes
forward though?
after the escape craft, so he's gonna have to guess if. Excuse me. He's gonna have to guess if the escape craft is going to pre-boost Boba or not. Because you could dial in a 3 bank, and then if he goes to try to block you, you could just pre-boost him.
Mm-hmm. So they're just checking for shots there, and everybody's going to be out.
So I really don't know what Midnight's doing this round, other than like hard turning and just not being relevant this turn, I guess.
If Fen 5 forward boosts in, though...
Does he clip that debris on a 5 forward? I can't really tell.
I don't think so.
I think he's clean.
I do too. So if Fen does... No, I think we're talking Fen.
Yeah, if Fen 5 forwards, which I'm quite sure that's probably what he's going to do.
But if he 5 forwards and then boosts, like if Scorch is going fast and then Fen 5 forward boosts in, can Midnight just one hard right and kind of play that positional game, be behind that debris, and
that's what
have
I
a
think
shot
he's
at
gonna do. So I think Morgan has to decide, does he think Scorch is going to like 3 bank left and try to block Fen's 5 forward or not?
Yeah.
I think if Fen goes forward, he's lined up to clip that rock. I don't know if he's got the distance, but his trajectory will clip that rock.
You think so?
I held a piece of paper up to my monitor.
Oh. Fair enough, I guess.
There is a chance that he does like a bank away, though. I know it's interesting to see what he does, because Morgan has 2 threats that are both presented simultaneously, and Marcel has to decide what he's going for.
Yeah, which one's the bigger threat immediately? Is it Fen or is it Boba?
In my opinion, Fen is the more immediate threat because he has 5 dice instead of 4 dice.
Yeah,
but
and if you let
Boba
Fen get
has
behind
more mods.
Your ships, then he's just going to keep doing that all game.
And the other problem is Boba, you want to try to burn down when you have more ships to shoot him. Yeah, I'm curious to see what Marcel does, and I'm curious to see what Morgan does with the coordinate shenanigans and slamming Boba in, and if Fen does indeed dive in or not. I'm curious to see if he just says, no, I don't believe you, I'm going to do it.
Well, and you can definitely reinforce Boba this round and know you're taking shots, but that might make someone else a bigger target. Who knows?
Luckily, though, I think for Morgan, if Marcel is committing on Boba, then you do have Fen there. That's gonna throw 5 dice.
Yep.
And with Boba reinforced, and if he can push to range 1, have a bunch of rerolls, he might not take much damage anyway.
Yep.
Even
Boba's going to be range 1, which is making me wonder if he does go for Fen right now.
Just acknowledge that you're probably not going to do significant damage to Boba anyway. So
well, and you'll have more shots on Fen. So it's the poker game right now of which target are you going for?
Yeah.
Who plays the Reid correctly?
The Morgan Reid. Sorry.
Ha ha ha. That's terrible.
It was right there. I had to take it.
Good evening, Dutch. Thanks for coming and checking out the game and watching. Walker's slacking on his job of chat monitor.
He's busy holding paper to make sure that the 5 straight works.
Yeah.
I was really curious. It's possible to kind of cheat on Vassal. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so they're setting dials.
Yep, setting
All right.
dials.
On his little table off to the side and then dragging them all
in
back.
his
Yeah.
hand. Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
See, I noticed that after Marcel gets done moving all of his ships, he likes to rotate the dials in the direction that the ship is facing. That's probably pretty handy on Vassal.
I used to do that too. I mean, in person you do that too, right? Sometimes if your
absolutely.
ship's coming down, like you'll flip the dial up and be like, okay, yeah, that's the right move.
Yeah, because if you're close to that board edge, you don't want to turn the dial to the wrong maneuver and make that mistake.
Right.
All right, so still skimming through the logs, trying to get it so that all the dials are set.
Yep, there we go.
There we go. Morgan set. Okay, so we're going to see Pioneer go first.
Yep. And we've got a 1 bank out of the Pioneer.
Okay, and then coordinate.
Yep.
Okay,
Reinforce.
coordinate, reinforce. What's the fastest blue on a fire spray? Let me look real quick.
Fastest blue on a fire spray is at 3
forward. So he's going to probably 3 forward because he moves before either of the other two that could block him. Unless he guesses Scorch does a 5 forward. So this is the game too, right? Is Scorch going to try to block me or not?
Yeah.
Because he could always get blocked and then Han focus, so I guess it doesn't really matter. That's almost more beneficial to him. Ugh. Boba. Okay. So the next to move is Scorch, who does a 2 forward.
Yep, 2 forward focus there.
So to me, this is saying, I don't believe you that Fenn's going to 5 forward.
And I don't think Boba went 1 forward there. So
wow, I'm surprised he didn't 3. So he must have been concerned about the 5 forward block.
Well, if he just held a piece of paper up, he'd have known.
Yeah, but
I was talking about Scorch doing a 5 forward.
Oh.
Well, actually, I don't even think that would have blocked him. Never mind. I don't think that would have blocked the 3 forward because of the direction Boba's facing. So yeah, never mind.
So we've got a question from chat. Dutch is wondering if the rules were to change to add a shot clock for dials, would we like it to be 3, 4, or 5 minutes? Well, I know I can answer this for Kevin. And it's like
it depends
8
on the
minutes.
number of ships you have.
That's my opinion too. It's kind of like some of the, like upgrades that depend on how many, shields you already have, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It should be a per dial maybe set up, or a 2 minutes plus 30 seconds for each dial. So if you have 2 ships, it's
The other
4
thing,
minutes.
the other thing that's tough about that is there's turns where I don't want to say the dials don't matter, but the impact is a lot less. And then you have turns,
Chess clock.
yeah, like this, where what moves you do have a greater impact on the game as a whole. So you're going to take extra time on some of these turns to really make sure that, you're taking into account all of the moves that your opponent can do, positions where your ships are going to be, and where they can be for, or what you can do for that follow-up turn. So it's tough. That shot clock for dials would be a big change for a lot of people, I think. And we've
It's
got
like a chess clock where you can like bank your time and
yep.
hit it
So
and go.
Fenn conservatively just does a 2 forward.
Yep.
Okay.
And then boosts.
Which still is going to give him range 1.
Yep. So probably use the paper trick there. No, just kidding.
Well, so what I think Morgan did was he took the safe move.
Yeah.
Like the 5 is the payoff. This is the safer move because there's no way he could block it. Where like if Scorch did a 3 bank left, he could have blocked a 5 forward. So he just did the safe guaranteed, which makes sense. That's how Morgan likes to play his aces.
But with Fenn moving, you know what that means. We get to see what's happening with Midnight.
I really don't think Midnight's going to be relevant this round.
Oh, I don't think so either, but I'm very curious to see what happened. Like what the second move is.
So Dutch has posted a follow-up to his question. He's saying that everybody gets the same time, whether you play 3 chips, 7 chips, doesn't matter, because you have to have dials done by a certain time. So
Yeah, no, I don't like that rule at all.
yeah,
Because sometimes you can go quick, sometimes you actually need the extra time. I think putting a clock on that's a bad idea because there's some turns where, because supernatural is a thing and because advanced sensors boosting is a thing, like there's a lot of permutations that you need to think about and plan for. And I think putting a clock on a situation like that, I don't like that at all.
yeah,
Well,
especially
I
how
do
do
like
you-
potentially limiting the number per dial, but especially if you have a swarm, like Dallas does a pretty good job about it. But I remember watching Dallas play some games. Like he has a lot of things he has to think about and moving parts. And the more ships you have, the more complex that it is every turn. And by the end of a tournament, that gets really taxing mentally. I mean, I really don't think we have issues right now with games going to time that much. Most of the games I played in second edition, time is not really a big factor in the victor. Like I think the game is usually decided before time really comes into play.
Yeah, I think a lot
In
of
most
times
of the
in
games
first
that I've
edition
played.
that happened as well. It was just the last, 15 or 20 minutes of most games is just kind of cleanup. There obviously is those edge cases where it does come down to the very last turn or getting one more turn in to decide who actually wins the game. But yeah, I think if it was a set time for every turn or every person, no matter how many ships you got, that would be bad for the game. But it's a good
Policing
question.
it would be hard. And what's your punishment? You have to do a white 2 forward if you don't get your dial set.
Yeah, I mean it's a good question, and it's interesting to think about. But ultimately, I don't know if FFG will ever go that way.
And I worry too if your opponent's quick to set their dials, they're making their plan based on what you should do, then you don't get 3 dials set. So now those ships throw off your plan, even though you had your dials set on time. Because like, what maneuver are they going to do?
Sure.
All right, keep going on there. Midnight is doing a 2 hard to the right.
Okay.
Yep. So guns off this turn as expected.
Yep.
Sure.
But also out of shots.
Yep.
Like no
so she'll
shots
probably
coming.
take a lock on.
I mean, he's got either Boba, Fen, or any number of rocks or obstacles there.
I'm gonna guess based on the way this is going, it's gonna be Boba, and he's kind of identified Boba as the primary target. I say that because Fen is now stressed, and his next turn is going to be more difficult. And it looks like pouring most of his guns into Boba this turn. So I'm going to guess that he's going to lock Boba and try to focus on Boba first.
Oh, he locks Fen Rao, actually.
Okay.
I figured next round he'd have a better shot at having a shot on Boba, but...
He would next turn, yeah. And Fen is kind of predictable for right now.
Playing the long game.
Yep. Quick draw 1 bank to the left.
So he's going for Fen now instead of later. Huh. Okay.
And a 2 hard from Null.
Surprised not a 2 bank. Because then you'd have a shot at either
Fen or Boba.
guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks like he's coordinating.
Oh, that's right. He has squad leader. I forgot about that. So he's going to coordinate a target lock, I assume, for quick draw?
Yep. Onto Fen.
Okay. So he's going all in on Fen this turn.
Yep.
If Scorch has a shot, maybe.
So Fen Rao's got his choice there.
But Midnight's lock won't do a thing because Midnight's just out of it.
Yep.
Now, shouldn't Null shoot first?
Yeah. And in the log, they're actually talking about that. Morgan.
Yeah, I can
Morgan
see that just now.
Accidentally jumped it there. He apologized, so. All good.
It's okay. It's a shot that probably won't do any damage.
Yeah. So we've got Null, range 3 onto Boba.
2 dice on 3 with reinforce.
Yeah, and just one hit.
That was my play this last week, though. I took a range 3 shot at the end of the game. Got one hit through, half damage, won by points. With the escape craft. Onto an IG, like two dice on 5.
Oof.
I just was noticing Twitch as well. I kind of agree. I'm not a big fan of some of Marcel's positioning. Like, I like where Scorch and Quick Draw are, but I'm not a big fan of where Null and Midnight are this turn. All right, so we have Predator online for Boba or for Fenn's shot if he wants Quick Draw.
Yep.
Which secret, he doesn't want that shot right now. Looks like they were just taking a break in the logs for a minute.
Yep. All right, so now we've got that Fenrel shot. Morgan says he's going into Scorch.
Range 1.
Yep. So taking that range 1 shot.
The
2 hits.
Correct decision.
Let's Scorch.
2 hits.
Save the focus for defense. Yep.
So
take a shield or spend the focus. What does he do?
Spend focus.
Spends it. Okay.
Yep.
So keep health.
Midnight, no shots. We've got Quick Draw, range 3 at Fen.
Spend that focus.
Yep. For 2 hits crit. Oh, jeez. And then
Fen just natties out of it, no problem. Easy.
Who needs a focus?
Now Boba range 2.
And he's going into
going at
Scorch.
Scorch.
Yep.
Okay.
2 hits.
Takes 1 shield. Sure.
Yep.
All right. Let me update that quick.
And then Scorch. Looks like he's going to have a range 2 shot onto Boba there. Rolls a hit. And Morgan just natties again. Just
easy. I'll just roll natties.
I mean, that's a good strategy, right? It's a winning strategy.
I mean, that was what first edition was all about combo wing and dice mods. Second edition's just luck. Yeah. Enjoy it.
All right, so that's all shots for this round. So only 1 damage done after all those shots.
Yep.
Okay.
So we were talking about positioning for Marcel and how we kind of feel like he's probably in the weaker position right now. Is there anything he can do to swing the balance back into his favor?
Well, you need to try to limit Fenn's gun this turn. I mean,
think you can block him?
Technically, if Fen plays it safe, no, you cannot block him because he could move where Scorch is now and like just do like a 2 hard, and he moves before Midnight and anybody else does.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
Technically, no. Like the safest move for Fen, in my opinion, is a
Marcel just said weak. Who you calling
no. Positioning, Marcel. Positioning might have been a little bit weak.
Because Fen wants the range 1 if he's going to get it. So, like, Fen's best move right now, I think, is just to take a 2 hard to where Scorch is and just take a focus and park.
Yeah.
And say, if Quick Draw really wants to shoot at me at range 1, then I'll take it with my 4 dice and a focus and my title. I mean, it's unfortunate that Fen might not shoot this turn. And then Boba just hammers down on whoever he can. Well, so here's the thing, Dutch. We can't see coordinate this turn because Fen is stressed, and that's why Fen's options are a little bit limited this turn. He doesn't have as much freedom as he might normally want to have.
Yep.
I'm curious to see what he does with Boba, because if you could slam Boba in there, Quick Draw has to jump over the top.
Thanks for checking it out, Marcel. We'll talk to you later. He was just saying that he was jumping over Gold Squadrons on tonight as well, too. So
sure. Okay. Cool.
It's nice to have him pop in and say hi and give us a little crap. Maybe start some beef.
I mean, we're technically dissecting his mind right now.
Well,
so
yeah. So if he's gone or if not, that's all right too. Marcel did message me earlier, and he was a little I wouldn't say upset. He was just giving me some crap that we picked this game as opposed to his first round game. He said he wishes we would have picked that one instead, but
I don't think we had the log for the first round game. Did
yeah,
we?
I don't think we did either. But it's a game, so I won't spoil anything. He did say
I didn't
that
see the game ahead of time, so I don't know.
I haven't
No,
seen
I
it
don't have a
either,
clue.
but he did say it was a very close game, and close games generally are a lot more fun to watch. So that one we might have to look out for and maybe do that next time.
Especially they don't have lines all over and we can see them.
Yeah. Well, I did go through this one, and I did make sure that there was no line, so we shouldn't have that problem for this game.
All right.
That said, I didn't go through it turn by turn real slow. I just quickly scrolled through the log to make sure that there was nothing there. So I
There is a
don't
strong
have any
chance here that
advanced
Boba
knowledge
does a
or anything.
reinforce with coordinate and then just slides in with a focus, since he's possibly going to take some fire this turn.
Yep.
All right. So still waiting on Morgan styles, right?
Yep.
And quick draw style.
Yep.
Is the SF's, is it a red rotate? Right? It's a linked action to rotate.
Yeah, it is linked, but
We just can't see the colors on the builder, so I didn't know.
yeah, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure the chat will, but I think those were not red. I think the red linked rotate on the A-wings is red, but I don't think the.
That's one thing I should maybe mention to Rathos then is he should color coordinate the actions now that linked actions matter. Just so it's easier to tell. But okay. I'm curious to see then what quick draw does, because he wants his action, but he would have to rotate if he's going to keep his action, and he tries to not get hit. We'll see what happens.
All right, Smuggler going one forward there.
Staying at range, yep.
Yep, and coordinate
Pre-boosting Boba. Okay, so are we going to see a hard one?
Ooh. But Scorch moves first.
Scorch does move first.
Yep.
Okay, so then.
But even that, is Boba going to hard one away and just have that rear arc with your free reroll?
Well, or
he could.
yeah.
I mean, that's what I can think will fit.
Interesting.
I mean, because you're not going to jump over the top. Uh-oh.
So he called the block. Wow.
Yep. So
wow. And now if he does a hard one in, he would block quick draw. And maybe null. Maybe.
But where would Fen sit?
Fen should 2 hardware Scorches, I think.
Yeah, where Scorch
That's
was,
my guess.
you mean?
Or yeah, where Scorch was.
Yeah.
Sure.
That would be my move with Fen. Yeah, there's the one hard.
Yep.
Nice, I like this, because this will screw up null, and it will screw up quick draw, unless quick draw does like a 3 bank, but then he's in a really bad spot.
Yeah.
Yep, so there's the 2 hard, and he's probably just going to take a focus, unless he thinks I've got the blocks, I could move Fen out of possible arcs.
Oh.
But he might also say this is my opportunity to take a shot
Step away
at
for a second.
midnight without being ability locked down.
It's upstairs. Mom's got it. I don't know. In the living room somewhere.
So,
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see if he just stays there, because it is a little dangerous to stay there.
For Fen, you're saying?
Yeah.
I missed out. I had to step away for a
calling a
second.
1 hard from midnight, but does he want to stay there or not? I think he might.
Yeah, he boosts
Okay,
out of the
no.
way.
Yeah, so he's like, all right, I don't want to get shot at by quick draw and possibly null. Boba, I'll let you take the shot from
Yep.
midnight. Interesting. Okay. So the safe play again. Yep, because there's the one hard.
And changes Midnight's lock to Boba there.
Yep. I'm actually kind of surprised he linked and he didn't just boost.
Hmm.
He must have did it because he was just in case afraid that maybe Fen would get shot at.
So we've got Marcel's doing an advanced sensor barrel roll.
Oh yeah, that's right. One of his ships have advanced sensors.
So it's quick draw. It's got to be, right?
Yep, Quick Draw has advanced sensors. I forgot about that card.
So chat just did confirm the rotate on the SF is white. Thank you, Carlo.
Really, by itself or with a link? With
Linked
the
rotate
link
is
not
white.
though.
It's
What?
Yeah, that's why the SF
Wow.
is probably going to be immediately bumped up to top tier because yeah, they've got linked
Jeez.
white rotate.
That's really good.
Yep. And
Okay,
quick draw
so
does
he's
a
going
sloop.
all in on the escape craft. Makes sense. Get rid of the coordinator.
No, quick draw slooped.
Oh, he's slooped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a 3 sloop.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he's still in a good position to. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
The only downside is the lack of mods, and Boba's gonna have a lot of mods.
Chat's pointing out, Kevin, that you don't have just a rotate action on the SF action
Yeah, and neither
bar.
do the A-wings.
Right, it's only
But the
a
ability to
linked.
rotate it and not be stressed is pretty good.
Yeah.
And literally every action gives you that.
Yep, it is every single
which
one.
is good. Although the A-wings, for the most part, have the dial that it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Null's gonna probably what, 2 bank?
2 straight.
2 straight. Ooh, not where he wants to be.
Yeah, probably didn't see that boost 1 hard from Boba.
Ooh,
Oh, Boba's gonna like this.
I think Null is your target of opportunity for Boba this turn for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a pretty juicy target sitting there.
And with 3 rerolls, plus 4 for the arc in the back, so basically every dice gets to be rerolled.
Jeez. So no shot midnight.
Quick
so
draw.
now we check quick draw because Fen doesn't have a shot. Sure.
Yep.
Range 2 on Boba, or
I would just take the range. Oh wait, he has to.
ridiculous on Fen.
He can only have 1 arc active at a time, right? It wasn't like the old SFs.
Correct. That's why they have the
Okay.
white rotate. Yeah, because
Gotcha.
much like the RZ2A wings, it's either forward or backwards. You don't get both. So
This is
looks-
unlikely to do any damage to Boba,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yep. And he did.
Like,
roll
that's why like I
Boba.
like the positioning of it. Unfortunately, no mods is going to be a problem.
And just a crit from quick draw there and natty evade out
Yeah.
of Boba.
All right. So Midnight has to take the range 1 shot here and just
Yep.
hope that you get a damage in, maybe. Ew, not with that roll.
Oh. And then Morgan rolls double evades.
Check that man's dice.
Yeah. Yeah. Range 1 out the back from
So then-
Boba.
Yep. Marauder.
Oh.
Spend it.
Yeah. Definitely.
Definitely doing damage
Oh.
on Null. Huh!
Blanks
Ooh.
out. 4 damage in the null.
So just 1 shot, no problem.
Yeah.
Oof, duh.
Man, that was rough.
He's nullified him, if you will.
Jeez. Who brought
Oh,
this
don't
guy?
worry, I got some more gems coming.
Oh, great.
Lots
You
of
know,
love.
that
Fen
was
is
an
moving.
opportunity that well, it's not resistance, but that heroic could have been good there, maybe.
Yeah.
Just pointing that out. After listening to the Mind Up podcast today and their talk about heroic,
Yep.
you know, we're constantly going to be talking about like, well, it's a 6% chance. And,
Mhm.
you never know.
And looks like 1 damage is going into the Pioneer there
So a shield,
from
sure.
Scorch. And then he'll get a range 2 shot back.
Oh no, you take. Oh, he's shooting. He's not. Okay, yeah, you spent all your tokens on Boba. I was gonna say this is kind of a chance you could shoot a quick draw, and he has no mods. But if you've already spent all your tokens, sure, take the safer shot with no retaliation.
And
so
Marcel gets
Scorch takes
Nope, he got an
hull
evade.
damage. Okay, got the evade.
Yeah,
gotcha.
He got the evade. They were just
all right. So back to dials. So Fen is out of the fight for at least 2 turns.
Yeah, he's gonna have to move him down under the map.
Jeez.
Told you I had a few.
Yeah, so Fen too hard right boost probably bring him back into the fight a little bit faster.
Probably. That or you just go 2 forward boost and sit behind the debris, but then he's in danger. Yeah, you probably do a 2 hard right boost.
Yeah.
So this turn you kind of can use the escape craft to screw with his moves, right? Because he needs to clear stress. And they can't do a 1 forward or a 1 bank, right? Can the FOs cannot, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So Scorch to clear stress needs to do at least a 2 forward.
I think Carlo in the chat is onto something. Walker, are you trying to tell us something about your relationship that's newly formed? Because you've got a lot of dad jokes tonight.
Are just in prep for nothing that is in the work.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Nope, at this point, just an animal dad.
Cat dad.
Yeah, I mean that shuttle. Yeah, cat dad. That shuttle at this point, what? One banks up and away. So I mean, what's Scorch got to do?
What's the fastest white move 4K on that shuttle? Could he jump in front of quick draw to still ensure that he can coordinate Boba, but maybe
he can
even
3 forward and 3 bank.
Yeah.
So 3.
But I don't think he does that because you don't want to give quick draw a range 1 shot, even if it's out of the rear, as a possible opportunity. Because
yeah, but if let's see. So what do we think Scorch is doing? Because if Scorch is going to have to bank away,
my guess is he does a 2 bank to the right.
Sure, but
which means
that means if the shuttle
2 bank,
if the shuttle jumps up there and does a 3 forward.
I don't think a 3 forward blocks the 2 bank.
It's a fear, but Scorch could 4K. No, he can't.
No, he can't.
No,
he's
stressed. I think the shuttle, if he wants to block a 2 bank, has to do a 2 bank to the left.
Okay.
If he wants to block Scorches to the bank to the right, because then you're still in range to coordinate to Boba. I mean, it's possible though. He's just gonna quick draw is gonna turn his gun on the shuttle and shoot out the rear, but that's, I mean, it's 1 less shot on Boba, I guess.
Well, not only 1 less shot on Boba, but it's also, I mean, the shuttle, while helpful with Boba, it's not a real key piece.
The shuttle's this shuttle's effectively already done its job.
Right.
It has helped set up the positioning on the initial engage to the point where he now took out a ship and really had taken no damage basically from it. So it's already got him ahead.
What's going on with that? Having problems with the dice tray there on Vassal.
Okay, so we just see Boba probably just do like a 1 forward, I'm guessing. Just take the coordinate action. I mean, I guess he could just 1 hard too. I keep forgetting they have a 1 hard now. That's so good.
Like I said, everything fits.
All right, so he just does a 1 forward. All right, so he plays it really conservatively.
Yep, and then he's coordinating reinforced rear to Boba.
Okay, so that means Boba's probably just gonna
1 hard out.
No, he's not gonna keep stress.
No,
he's gonna do a green, and then he'll take a stress from Han if he needs the focus, which he probably will. So the next one to move is Scorch, who does a 2 bank.
Scorch does a hard 2 to the
hard
left.
2.
And
so he's trying to jump over? Oh, yeah. It doesn't fit. Okay. Scorch might be the next target this round.
Yep.
Scorch is going to have a decent shot on the shuttle, though.
Yeah, but he might not live.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think Boba's going to have a good shot on him.
Boba goes one bank left and ends up hitting midnight there.
And he'll back up. He's going to hope that that's a range 1 backup. I don't know that it is.
I don't think it is either.
And then Fen is next, right?
Correct. 2 forward from Fen.
Yeah,
Told
2
you.
forward.
Under the rock.
I'm surprised he
Down,
went that way
down.
and not around the backside, making
Yeah.
him kind of go through Boba to get to Fen. But I like that because you're going to have converging angles. Boba's going to go this way, Fen's going to go that way, and you're going to come back again. So, I mean, that makes sense. So now Midnight does a 1 hard and the gun is off again. And Quick Draw does a... Is that a 1 hard? Oh, no, that's Midnight style.
Yeah, he just moved midnight style. 1 bank right.
Ooh, so he's not going to move. Oh, he fit. Okay.
Oh, he clears.
Take a focus. That's unfortunate, though. There's a lot of ships range 1 of Boba right now.
Yeah.
And based off that range, it almost looks like I think Boba does have range 1 on Scorch as well.
I wonder here, because there's so many ships range 1 of Boba and he's reinforced, if you maybe rotate the rear gun on Quick Draw here, and you just take out that stupid shuttle. And you say, all right, if you shoot a Quick Draw, I'm going to kill your shuttle. So he's going to shoot at Scorch. Yeah. Kind of in a tough spot for Marcel. I think he might be down another ship.
Yep,
very
so we've
shortly.
got a range 1 shot there from Marcel. 2 hits and a crit into Boba.
So at least 1 damage going in on Boba.
Yep.
You probably use both rerolls.
And rerolls into focus blank.
And he didn't Han Gunner, did he?
No, but he does have rear coordinate, so he'll only take 2 there. Hit crit.
You mean rear reinforce?
Or rear reinforce,
Right.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so he'll take 2 shields.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't Han Gunner here. I mean, I know it makes it so you can't coordinate next turn, but that's probably okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So Boba's down to 2 shields there.
Yep,
Ooh,
I'll get
Carlo
that
is
up
trying to join the dad joke thing, and he is qualified. He's wondering if we should call that debris field the Great Barrier.
Oh boy.
All right, so Boba
Is not
probably
range
takes
1
the
at
range
Scorch.
2 shot. Oh yeah, that's right. Han Gunner doesn't trigger at the start of combat. It triggers when he engages.
When you engage, yep. And it looks
Forgot
like he
about
is
that.
taking the range 2 shot at Scorch there.
Yep.
And
Spend the
spends
focus 'cause
focus
no one else
for
is shooting
3.
you. Yep. Oh. So Scorch is now dead. Ouch. 2 FOs in 2 turns.
Oh.
They're popping like regular TIE fighters.
They sure are.
Oof. All right, so I'm starting to think I'm getting Marcel's vague message from earlier.
Yeah, I'm starting to see that now.
Yeah.
Because there's no other shots except for the escape craft shooting at quick draw. Which, did he just choose to give up that shot and not take it?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, that makes sense. So now the shuttle can do whatever it wants this turn with its amazing dial because it doesn't need to coordinate anyone.
Thinking just to throw it in everyone's face, you stop. It is interesting, though, to have this game taking some serious turns, and Fen Rao has done nothing.
Yeah, he's done what? What? Did he do any damage? Did he do 1
No.
damage? I think he did 1 damage.
No, I think that first shot, he didn't do anything because...
Oh, you're right. He didn't.
Yeah.
All right.
Shuttle goes
So
too hard away.
Too hard away, so it's just going to run.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, he
Yeah,
rolled it
he
back.
forgot the proton bomb.
Yeah.
Sure.
Ooh.
And then Boba's just gonna one forward, I'm sure.
Oh, see, Outer Rim could have stopped.
Yeah.
He could have. Yes, he could have. Yep. So does Boba just
One forwards.
take a focus? He does a reinforce.
Reinforce
Okay.
rear,
You
yep.
can't Han Gunner then.
Reinforce rear.
But sure. Or is
Oh.
he...
Nope. He was just teasing us.
Oh yeah, no, yep. I can see what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Yeah, take the focus. Yep.
Took
yep.
the focus.
And then
Two-
Fen boosts in,
Yep.
takes a focus. Yep. So is he gonna move midnight first or quick draw?
And I don't personally see how Quick Draw gets out of that bomb.
If he does a like a 2 forward, and then he could barrel roll out of arc and out of bomb range, but he would have to move midnight first to get her out of the way.
And he would have to have that move in there.
Yeah, like he would have to have a 2 forward dialed in, and even then, it's not. Okay, well, let's see what he does. 2 sloop, yeah, makes sense.
And one forward from quick draw.
Now there's no getting out of the bomb, but he will get a shot. He'll get double tap this turn,
Yep.
which isn't terrible. Like, there's only one ship range 1, so Boba's only going to get 1 reroll. So he's going to lose a shield.
Yeah, Morgan even
he's at 3.
called it out in their chat log that it's going to hurt the 2 range 1 shots there.
It probably will. So Fen had... Yeah.
I'm not sure
Quick
why.
draw has to shoot first.
Yep. And Marcel rolled 2 hits crit.
And Boba just rolls a focus with 1 reroll.
And
Blank into a blank.
Yep, and then spent focus.
Yep, so he'll take 2 more shields, so he's at no shields.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
And now Fen will shoot.
And there's no predator, right? I just think that they didn't check. I'm assuming it's just not in predator.
There they put it up to check.
Okay.
And no.
So just range 2.
Yep.
Spend it. Only 2 hits.
Yep. Marcel rolls double focus.
Ooh, you have to make a big decision here.
And you still got the shields.
Yep. I like the spend to keep it. Yep, I like that.
Yep. That's another double tap.
It weakens the double tap, but it's better to save those shields if you can.
Right, because it sets up another chance to use this ability.
All right, so we're going to see Midnight shoot at Boba. Ugh.
Yep.
Clean.
And now quick
Ladies
draws.
and gentlemen, that is what unmodified dice look like.
2 hits.
Ooh. He's going to get an extra damage in on Boba, so Boba's going to take a regular hull.
Yep.
So Boba's at half. Okay. And it only lowered the damage by 1 by spending it on defense, so that really worked out.
Yep.
For quick draw.
2 hits.
So the rear shot with 2 rerolls because of Marauder.
Yep, but he ended up just rolling
Blanking
back into
blank.
blanks. Yep, and then
2 more blanks, so 2 more shields. So there is 1 more shield left on quick draw.
yeah, and looks like Marcel used elusive there on quick draw.
But it didn't do anything.
No, went
Okay.
right back to blank. So quick draw should now have just 1 shield left. Yep. Oh, they forgot. Marcel was being a very gracious opponent and let Morgan re-roll for Boba because he got the Marauder title re-roll, and he forgot to do the
And the
Boba
range 1
re-roll.
reroll.
Yeah, so they just rolled it again, but it was the same result. It went back into a blank. So
All right.
All right, so back to dials. Marcel's in a tough way.
Yeah, he's
Fen
in a really
just
bad spot
two
right here
banks
because
in.
Fen can just bank in and Boba's just going to one forward probably.
Mhm.
And Midnight's in kind of a weird spot too because of that debris she can't maintain without taking another stress, I guess, which you don't really want to if Fen's coming around the corner.
And yes, to chat, Quick Draw does have SF Gunner.
Yeah, that's how he was rolling the extra die out of the primary, right? I gotta look and see what SF Gunner does again.
While you perform a primary attack, if your mobile arc is in the primary arc, you may roll an additional attack die. After you perform a primary attack, if your mobile arc is in the rear arc, you may perform a bonus primary mobile arc attack. Ugh.
This must be a max card.
Is there a lot
then
of
you
words?
get to show him the dark side.
So that I'm reading this correctly, does that mean he could shoot twice out of the rear? If it's in the rear? Like, I'm confused. If it's in your front, you may roll 1 additional die. After you perform a primary attack out your front. Oh!
So
Okay.
if the primary and the mobile are the same, you get an additional dice. If you attack with your primary and the mobile is in your rear, you get a bonus. You
Gotcha.
get that
so
rear
he
shot.
can shoot both directions, but
Yep.
he'll only shoot 2 dice either way.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so it
Chat said
effectively
just like-
operates the same as it did in first edition,
Correct.
right?
Yeah, that's
It's just-
just exactly what
we just
Chat
made
just
more
said.
words.
Yep.
Thanks, Max.
More words is not always better.
Okay.
I feel like someone's going to litigate that at some point during a match.
I just haven't encountered it because I was like, oh, huh?
Well, it's not out
Okay.
yet.
One
Yeah,
bank
you're
out
right,
of the
it's not.
shuttle.
All right, so clear stress, barrel roll, so
Yep.
you don't go off the board edge. Yeah. And then,
Hard-
oh, okay.
Hard 2 from Boba.
Down under. He keeps going down there. I can't help it.
Interesting. So you throw Fen in and you switch targets.
Yep, and there's the bank in from Fen. Looks like Marcel is doing advanced sensors and recharging elusive.
And then he's slooping, sure.
Yep. So the advanced sensor's the focus there.
And then I'm going to guess a 2 bank from Midnight here to clear stress and take probably a target lock on Fen.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So Fen's going to get unloaded on this turn. He's got 1 shield left, so I'm assuming you shoot at Midnight here.
Yep,
You
he's
don't
Sure,
want-
he has him locked, though.
Yeah, but you don't want 3 shots coming in.
That's true, too.
Yeah, so he's shooting at Morgan's shooting at midnight there.
Yeah. Yeah, 1 hit.
Yep.
There's the
Yeah.
evades for Marcel.
Marcel's dice finally turn on.
Okay. So now we're going to see Midnight on defend, so no mods, naked dice.
Yeah. Ooh. Fen takes 1.
All right.
And range 2 from quick draw. It's gonna end up 2 hits and a crit there.
Ooh, this might hurt. Yep, this is going to hurt.
Yep.
And what's the crit?
The crit is fuel leak.
Okay, so it's mostly irrelevant since Fen's on 1 health.
Yep.
All right. And then Boba gets to shoot.
Looks like range
Ooh.
2.
Well, do you really want to give him another shot, though, to kill Fen? You almost take the obstructed range 3 shot at Midnight just
Yeah.
to not give the extra attack.
Yeah, and he is. Yeah, he's shooting at midnight.
Yeah. And then Marauder, so just 2 hits.
Yep.
He probably evades this. Or not. He
Or
takes a shield.
takes a shield. So much for those good green dice from Marcel.
Now Fenn's in a lot of pain here. Oh. So Boba's gonna hard 1, probably boost. I'm not sure what you do with Fenn here.
Yeah,
You move first.
you kind of have both of Marcel's ships blocking any escape route there. If you wanted to bank either way and try to boost out, you can't.
I mean, you could
that.
2 hard down towards the bottom of the board and then boost at an angle to try to make. If Midnight's going to chase you, then she chases you, but she probably won't. So then Fenn get away.
Yeah, I was like 3 hard up should fit, and then boost away, and you.
The only problem though is Quick Draw is already going in that direction.
Right.
Where this lets you scoot right by Quick Draw and at least only take Midnight shot if he commits that. Yeah, I think you just rotate the aces back in so Fenn runs away and Boba comes in.
Yeah,
okay.
I think you're right. With Quick Draw stress there, you know the direction Quick Draw's going. He's not flipping around. Well, I suppose if he cleared stress, he could rotate his arc, though.
Right, he could, but then you're not shooting at Boba, and Boba's getting free shots. Like, Marcel, as much as he might want to kill Fenn, he's only got 2 ships left. He has to try to concentrate his fire when he can. And right now, chasing after Fenn is a mistake. Like, Boba's your target of opportunity. At least for this turn.
Too hard from the Pioneer.
Because Boba can't get range 1 this turn either, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Which means that's the best time to shoot at Boba.
And 1 hard boost. Oh, Fenn does Talon roll?
Did he just do a Talon roll?
He did.
Wow. Okay. I mean, I mostly get it, but I'm surprised a little bit. So he's just full-on blocker Fenn.
Talon roll or no balls.
Yeah, he's trying to block the 1 bank in. What is? I suppose it would help if I knew the dials better.
But they're not even out yet.
Oh, he has a 2 bank. So if Quick Draw does a
know?
2 bank, I guess you're eating a range 1 from Fenn. That feels bad too. I like that Talon roll. That's an interesting call.
Yeah, 1 forward there from Quick Draw.
Yeah, and he'll bump. Okay. It would have been interesting if he would have did the 2 bank, because then Fenn would have a range 1 shot. Unless he barrel rolled.
I mean, so that's probably not a terrible spot to put Fenn.
No, it's not. Because you don't, like he's doing here, Midnight's not going after Fenn.
And I don't think Midnight's even going to have a shot at Fenn there.
No, I don't think so. I don't think Fenn gets to shoot, and I don't think he's going to get shot at.
Yeah.
Does Boba get a shot, I think? I think he'll clip the corner.
Yeah.
I can always put a piece of paper up and check. I mean, it doesn't look like it.
All right, so Midnight's going to get to shoot at Boba with no mods.
Yep.
But he has juke, right? Yeah, he has juke.
Yeah, well, but then Marcel rolled 2 focuses there, so.
Yep, I remember those Omega rolls.
Juke.
And Quick Draw,
so
range
Quick Draw
3.
just takes the range 3 shot. Does it damage?
Yep.
Wow.
So
okay.
one more into Boba.
So Boba's at 4.
We'll get to half health yet.
Oh, Boba doesn't clip there.
Does MVP
I told you,
Shuttle
paper
get
trick.
to shoot? I think Shuttle might get a shot.
Nope.
Nope, no, I'm wrong. Okay.
Wow, you were way off there.
Now Fenn's can fit, yeah, I think he can fit 2 bank in there. But now Quick Draw can just 1 forward if Fenn does a 2 bank. Yeah, this is going to be a cluster because Boba's going to hard turn in probably. Oof. This turn's going to be interesting.
I think I agree with you there, Carlo, in chat. Quick Draw is a beast.
I mean, he was in first edition too.
Yep. And we basically have the same thing going on with Quick Draw. high initiative now instead of pilot skill.
Well, and
pretty much
we
all
have the
the
same effect
actions.
where he's chosen multiple times not to shoot at quick draw because
Right.
he doesn't want to incur additional attacks.
Yep.
Which was always our Dengar thing too before quick draw. It was just you get in someone's grill and they're like, "Thank you for shooting me. I will not return."
With that said, though, the best thing when you can is still just to burn down quick draw as fast as you can.
Yeah, well, you want to get as many shields you can off in one turn so that they don't get to keep using the ability.
Yep. But if you get into the situations like this where it's like, well, I need to get half points on him, but I don't want the extra attacks, and it becomes
Right.
opportunities for you to make the wrong decision.
Because half points exist now with small bases.
Yep. All right, so they're still setting dials, it looks like.
Maybe. Oh, yep, there we
Yeah,
go.
it looks like they're still doing it.
There's our chat question. At 6 points, is shield upgrade do you staple it on to quick draw?
I think.
I mean, it makes
So?
your ability just one more chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
one
they
more
don't have
time.
lightweight frame anymore, so that's kind of the new lightweight frame, I guess, for quick draw.
Well, and 6
Right.
points to add an extra health, which will allow your ability to trigger one more time. At 6 points, I think is totally worth it.
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good value.
All right, so we're still waiting for the scum dials to go down.
Oh, there we go.
They are. Okay.
One bank
So
out of
one
this.
bank. I'm sure we'll see a coordinate. Yep. Did he take a focus? Or is he coordinating the focus? I'm guessing he's.
I think he took the focus.
Okay, he took the focus, and then Boba just went fast.
Yep, 3
Okay.
bank right. And hard
And
2
then-
right from Fen.
Okay, so he is going through the debris.
Oh, pray for not a crit. Pray for not a crit.
Yep,
No
no crit.
consequences.
And Fen is for sure safe because there's no way they're going to chase him.
Yeah. Got a sloop there out of
Ooh,
midnight.
That's going to be close to in arc.
Let me find my Taco John's coupon I've been using.
Is that the 6-pack and a pound coupon, or?
No, $1 off loaded nachos. And yeah, he's totally in.
Well, it's going to be obstructed and range 1, which is 5 dice for Fen.
Fen is okay with that, even on 1 hull.
And no mods either way. So, I mean, there's no title anymore because of the no mods, but 5 dice against 2 is, yeah, that's feels good.
Mm-hmm. 1 bank from quick draw there. Hey, Walker, Carla wants to know if we're getting Taco John's tomorrow night for our Plato Midnight.
Are you going to be there?
I will, yes, actually. I'm
actually going to be late because I have something else going on.
Oh, well.
I'll be there like 8.
So you're going to be there at 12:01
Maybe.
then? Is that what you're saying? If you're going to be late, you're going to show up once we all walking out the door leaving?
Right. Yeah, late is not a joke about dad jokes either, if we're going to keep moving
All
on
right.
from that.
So, quick draw moves, quick draw barrel rolls, so he has a shot.
Yep.
All right, so
Yep, range 1
1 obstructed.
1 hit.
Looks like a probable dodge.
Yeah, highly
Yep.
probable.
Yep. So it takes no damage.
Yep.
Now here comes quick draw.
The range 2 rolls hit focus with no mods.
And Boba rolls 1 evade.
Yep.
And now quick draw's probably going to lose his shield.
Range 2. Oh, Morgan rolls 2 crits hit out the back from Boba.
And he's shooting at midnight
Yes, at midnight.
because he has mods. Makes sense.
Yep.
Marcel takes a crit then.
Takes 1 crit. Yep. And it is structural damage.
So -1 agility. Ooh,
Yeah.
so 2 agility. All right. Huh, looks like that shuttle's just loading up. Here
And
comes
has
the
a
home run swing.
range 1 shot there at midnight.
3 dice on 2. With a focus.
Oh,
Spend that focus.
Yeah, hit crit.
Yep, she's dead.
Ooh, ouch.
Oofta.
And the crit that Midnight took was weapons failure.
Failure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we know how this game ends.
Is that like being checkmated by a pawn?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So
I mean, that's like a super good pawn to do all the other things that pawns normally can't do. Maybe like a pawn that turned into a queen.
Well, yeah, but you get what? You get more than 1 pawn, so it's...
All right.
So Carlo's asking if Marcel would have been better off there rotating the rear arc, rotating to the rear arc to take a 2-die at Boba and a 2-die at Fen. Take that double shot.
So I think the problem is he just didn't have any mods. Like, it comes down to mods again.
Yeah.
I still don't really like the shot at Fen very much because Fen's gonna have at least 4 dice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're only gonna roll 2 out the back, so it's just like another midnight shot of no mods, only 2 dice.
But Fen
I think
doesn't...
the real problem here is damage got spread a lot. I mean, Fen took a lot of damage in 1 turn, but the damage didn't really get concentrated, and I think a lot of that was because of the approach. But
yeah, and I mean, even if you're shooting at Fen, or if you would rotate that arc, you're rolling 2 against 4. Even though Fen doesn't have any mods.
2 against 4 out the back and 2 out the front. You're probably doing no damage to Boba out the front. Yeah, you're just chasing variance.
Mm-hmm. I mean, could it happen? Well, yeah, maybe, but...
Are they going to keep playing, or does he call it? Because they're only on turn 10, so I'm assuming they keep going.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how this works. Does MOV matter?
I have no idea.
Because Quick Draw could get something off that outer rim. Could probably finish off Fen.
So it looks like Marcel is setting a dial for Quick Draw there. So 1 bank from the shuttle and coordinate
reinforce. It's probably going to be like a 1 forward from Boba.
2 forward.
2 forward, okay.
Yep.
So he wants to try to keep it range 3 shots.
Yep.
Or not range 1 shots, I should say.
So Carlo's asking again thinking back to what Quick Draw did there, after Quick Draw moved, he barrel rolled, wondering if Quick Draw would have just taken a focus and then done the rotate to get the double shot, if that maybe would have...
That would have been a better call than the barrel roll in, I think. Because you at least have modifiers.
Right,
then.
At least you have mods. Hard turn
mods
boost.
Are important.
Yep.
So Fen's just coming around for the flank.
Quick Draw's going 4.
4 forward, huh? Yeah. Do we see a barrel roll rotate rear and then avoid Boba's shot and shoot at the shuttle?
So you're saying barrel roll away from Boba?
Yeah,
and rotate.
Barrel roll out of Boba's arc and then rotate to the rear.
Hmm.
I mean, you don't have a mod, but you're not getting shot by Boba at range 1.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what he does. So
just focuses.
Does he have a shot? Okay, he does. I was like, oh, does he have a shot at Boba?
That was close. It is just barely clipping the front of Boba's base.
Unfortunately for him, he's range 1. Well, from Boba's perspective.
Yeah. And rolls 2 crits.
Boba's probably going to roll,
natties.
I
mean, yeah, and there's the range 1 shot from Boba.
Boba has to at least think about it a little bit, but I don't think there's a lot of thinking to do.
How much health is left? 4?
Boba has 4 health left, and Quick Draw has 1 shield left and 3 hull. I think because you're range 1, you've got reinforced focus, you just do it.
Yeah.
Oh, they determined its range too.
Oh.
Interesting.
So rerolls for Boba and for the Marauder title.
Yeah,
and,
in arc it's range 2, but it's range 1 for his ability because of the corner.
Yeah.
Now you have a tough decision. Do you spend it?
Right.
You've got reinforced, so at most you're taking 2 damage. He has a focus.
I mean, if you know you're only taking 2 damage at most, I think you spend it there. I mean, Morgan doesn't have to take those risks, but if he can get quick draw to spend his focus.
So quick draw has already shot though. You know you're not taking any damage right now.
Right, but if you are doing damage to, if he spends it, does 1 damage to quick draw.
He procs his ability.
But if you know you're only taking a max of 2 because of reinforce, do you spend that focus? Does Morgan spend the focus hoping to draw out the focus from Marcel? So then even if you are taking a shot back, it's an unmodded shot.
Well, and Marcel still has elusive yet, right? Because that recharged, didn't it?
It did recharge.
I wonder if you wait. Well, so I guess here's the thing. You wouldn't take the attack unless you were looking at... Well, I think he just didn't want to have to spend the focus, right? He wants to have his focus and reinforce for defense. I'm interested to see what he does.
I think you spend it there.
That's where Carlos says push the crit through and strip the last shield.
But here's the thing. Boba's not behind. Like, Morgan is not behind right now. So...
No, you're right. Morgan doesn't have to take the risks if he doesn't want to.
Whereas next turn, he'll have Fen and Boba probably shooting, and then you can pile on damage that turn.
Sure.
I'm going to guess that he doesn't spend it.
He spends
it.
He spends it.
He
spends it. He smells blood. Just go for it.
And then elusive.
Yep. Uses elusive. Spends the focus.
Spend it. You just lose the shield. The only problem is...
Gotta get those sweet half points.
Unmodified shot back.
Yeah, and that's why I think maybe you spend it there. As Boba, you spend that focus to try to draw out that focus from quick draw, and then you're taking an unmodded shot. Even if he does roll natties, you're only taking 2. I think the downside there is very low that you just spend it anyway.
Man, these unmodded shots from Marcel are painful.
And Marcel rolled, and
so absolutely 0 consequences for Boba. All right, so we could probably speed this up then. So we'll see Fen come around. We'll see the shuttle probably turn and also maybe take a shot. Does Boba just like 1 hard boost and then take a focus at the start of combat? Probably. I think so.
So, 2 turn onto the shuttle.
Coming in hard.
That shuttle's gun's really heavy.
Boba does a K turn.
Really?
4K.
I'm surprised he didn't just 2 hard and then boost and then take a focus with Han Gunner. Huh. All right.
2 hard from Fen. Probably see
gonna
boost
get
focus.
A boost and a focus, I'm guessing as well. Oh, just target lock. Okay.
Huh. Why not? One forward from quick draw.
Yeah, I think he was expecting the hard turn in as well. This is your turn to shoot Boba.
Yep.
He's going to have no mods. All right, so Fen... Not a range, so quick draw gets to shoot at Boba with nothing. All right.
Range 3. Rolls.
Yeah. You got to spend it. Yep, you're behind.
Yeah.
Gets 1 damage in.
Yep.
Okay. Unfortunately, quick draw
shot
probably.
back. No mods, not even a reroll.
So Carlo's asking why Fen didn't boost there.
I don't know. I would have boosted with Fen.
Yeah. I mean, I think you can push it there. There's no
He's
downside
in no danger,
Yeah.
Did he just roll 3 natural hits?
He did, yeah. Yeah, that's 3 natties out of Boba.
And 1 of 8.
This is what it's like playing against Walker. I don't need mods.
Yeah, just roll natties.
So quick draw's at 1 health, and the shuttle's going to get to do the kill shot, right? Here we go. Kill shot, no mods.
Shouldn't quick draw get a shot first?
No, quick draw lost his shield last turn.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Well, by pushing through that crit, that took his last shield.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Oh, is he going to kill him with the single crit? This is going to feel bad, man. Okay,
nope.
good.
Oh, he evades.
That would have been. Bad. Talk about
That's literally what I did on last week.
All right, I'm almost positive next turn is the last turn.
And maybe that's why he keeps Fen out of it, because he doesn't want that one lucky shot that makes Fen die.
Yeah, but I mean, even I'm pretty conservative, and I would have thrown Fen. I would have boosted and focused with Fen and thrown him in there. Got that extra shot.
Would have ended it. Probably.
Okay.
More than likely.
Two forward out of the
shuttle. Yep. Take a focus.
I think they're referring to it as a giant killer, that outer rim pioneer. Boba does
interesting move with Boba.
3 forward boost. Oh.
Yeah, I think he meant to boost the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say. And now he's in a prime position for the Han Gunner's focus, and then Fen's probably just gonna launch in.
Yep. 5 forward from Fen. Boost focus.
Yep. Just cozy up right behind that nice little shuttle.
Right.
And how far does quick draw run?
So does he focus and then just sloop here to get elusive back and then just clench?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean you know Boba's gonna go past you even if you try to just roll forward there, so you got to turn around.
And you get elusive back and everything, so.
No bullseye from Fen.
So range 3 from Fen.
2 hits. Rerolls into focus with the target lock.
Spends the focus, right?
Probably.
Why would? He's at 1 health.
Yeah, it kills him.
Plus Boba. Yeah. Well, no, he hasn't rolled yet, has he?
No, Marcel didn't, but if...
There, now you force him to spend focus on defense to survive. Yep. And now quick draw probably shoots at Fen because you might be able to kill him, maybe? Ooh, that was a good roll.
Well, that was a re-roll. So he got 1 hit to start off with, and then he re-rolled into that.
And he's shooting at Fen, right?
Yeah, because he had the target lock on Fen.
Yeah, Fen's dead.
Yep.
Okay. Now does Boba finish it up here? Yep, spends the focus. Unless he rolls natties, it is over.
Yep, and he does not. He rolls...
Yeah.
Oh, elusive, but he didn't. He already had spent the focus, so...
Alright, so quick draw dies?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, that's the end of it.
It's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I think Marcel did a good job of responding to a lot of this stuff that Morgan threw at him. I still think the game was won and lost on the approach. I mean, it didn't help that he had some blankouts and some ties just died in 1 turn. But positionally, I think Marcel was a little scattered with 2 of those ships. Or it seemed like his target priority was a little off, but like Midnight in a spot. Did Midnight roll ever more? She rolled like 1 hit all game.
Yeah. Yeah, so. Midnight did not roll very well, but I think that was
the
story for Marcel.
I mean, it's 2 dice with no mods. I mean, she's not going to be much damage. The reason she was so effective before was because you could still modify your own dice and you could juke other people.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Carlo's asking about advanced sensors on quick draw there. If FCS would have been a better option, I think the
I
advanced
like
sensors.
the advanced sensors.
Yeah, especially with elusive, gives you that option to get the focus, still do your sloop to turn around if you need to.
Well, and this is something I observed from playing a couple games of Vader. And Quickdraw has a worse problem with this because he could be shooting at multiple targets frequently, but you end up just spending that target lock. Whereas if you have FCS, you're kind of forced to maintain the lock on whatever target. And I think Quickdraw is frequently, we didn't see it this game, but I think he's frequently going to be shooting at multiple targets, or he's going to have, I think, less situations where he shoots at the same target twice that he has a target lock on, which he then can't spend his target lock.
Right. He's going to be switching that lock quite a bit.
But advanced sensors let him do stuff. Like a couple times he responded to the block and still got what he needed because advanced sensors. So I think advanced sensors is the better call. I like it. But all right.
Walker, anything to say there? Dad jokes?
No, I mean, not on that decision. Just, I mean, it seems like we're still trying to figure out where First Order is going to kind of settle in, what their meta is going to be. Boba's just so good right now, especially with a little coordinate following him around.
Yep. And I mean, we won't have to, like, this squad won't be illegal for much longer. I think we know that. Not only just hyperspace rules, but I think we know in January some things are going to change. So he was at a little bit of a disadvantage, I think. I think the FOs are probably priced more accurately, and we'll see some changes in January that should make the squad not a thing. So Marcel was at a little bit of a disadvantage.
Yeah, you're saying that Morgan's squad is going to probably see some points increases there. Yeah.
I mean, just looking at his squad, you'd think Boba's probably going to see something. Han's going to probably see something.
I think
the escape craft will see something. TAC officer may see something.
You're looking at probably 20 points difference. Like, I bet you Boba goes up by a chunk. TAC officer goes up by a ton. The shuttle probably goes up. I don't know if they changed Fen, but yeah, Marcel's playing at a massive disadvantage. I think point wise.
Well, and what was the squad totals for each of them? Do you remember?
Yeah. So
192 and 191.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Marcel had a bid of one more point, but
yeah. I was just curious what Morgan's bid was there. If his bid would be eaten up in the points changes, but if they only have like 8 points, it's probably going up way more than that.
Yep.
So.
Oh yeah, Marauder title. I forgot about that. Yes, up.
Yeah. And that's, I think, the nice thing about some of the balance changes that FFG can do is they can tweak, the title or Han Gunner, individually. And I mean, even so far as they could change a specific upgrade for a single ship too, right?
Yep, they could.
So it doesn't necessarily mean that, maybe Han just goes up for Boba or on the fire spray and doesn't go up for some other things that we're not seeing it used on, but
yep.
Interesting.
All right, I think that's about it for this episode.
Yeah, thanks
you guys
everybody.
Got anything else for closing?
No, I got my thoughts out.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us to be notified the next time we go live. Probably one more show before the holiday, before Christmas, and take probably a week or week and a half break, and then come back for the new year.
Yep.
That's fair.
Sounds about right.
All right, everybody, have a good night. See you later.